Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DPLA channel. Today we are in such a wonderful place. This inflatable structure here, we call it Spito. Today's video will be about how we are starting to work with and understand concrete structures. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DPLA channel. Today we are in a wonderful place. This inflatable structure here is called Spito. In this video you'll see how we make a support for a canopy and how our small concrete plant operates. Well then, let's get started. That'll do. That'll do. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the 3D model of our cantilever canopy. It needs to be made from ultra-strong fiber-reinforced concrete. Here, you can already see the prepared formwork. Let me tell you in more detail what it's made of. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you more about the formwork. The formwork is made from laminated plywood, as you can see with braces. For reinforcement, the main bars are 32mm rebar, with D12 welded to them. We honestly didn't have much time to calculate everything precisely. I think we've gone with a big safety margin, but better too much than too little. To make it lighter, there are these filler elements which are removable, so that there will be holes here. The formwork is designed for 2 to 3 pours, and I think it will hold up.
Kale, our expert, will explain the self-compacting concrete with fiber, strength grade B60 that we'll use here. The quality of the concrete will be very high, mainly because it will be the most self-compacting type available. This high level of self-compaction is possible because our formwork will be completely closed on all sides, ensuring that there are no gaps or openings. The concrete will be poured from a certain distance above the formwork, which helps it to flow smoothly and fill every part of the mold. The length over which the concrete will be poured is about 6.5 meters, and in some areas it is around 6.2 meters.
We use self-compacting concrete for a smooth finish. Once the formwork is off, we'll see how it turns out. This is our very first experience like this, but I believe it will be successful. All right, let's keep going. So, what do we see here, gentlemen? This is our concrete plant, if you can call it that. We bought it on Avito, this programmable mixer with load cells, and we assembled the rest of the equipment ourselves. We had to do a lot of repairs and adjustments and so on. It also consists of a cement supply hopper, a screw conveyor, a twin rotor mixer with a batch mixing time of 0.3 cubic meters, taking about 1 minute. There's also a hopper for crushed stone. We can easily mix different high-strength concrete formulas and so on. Today we're going to pour this cantilever here. Let's go to that side now. What do we see? We see the control panel, which took effort to set up. We also added manual controls so things can be operated by hand. Here's the mixer itself with a vibrator installed. And we also put a vibrator on the hopper to improve, so that nothing sticks inside. Why do we need all this? It's not like there's some crazy cost savings here. The main thing is that we can mix concrete blends according to the recipes and quality we need, and be confident in that. Today you'll see the pouring on the cantilever. We've poured something on them before. So gentlemen, what do we see? We see our sort of concrete. We mix concrete on site to ensure quality and convenience. Today you'll see us pour the cantilevers. Our concrete plant's feeders and conveyors are currently disconnected due to some issues. Well, that's just how it is, you know, Maria. As things stand, let's go take a look. So So gentlemen, now we'll be filling manually since the feed augers are currently not in operation. Now we're about to start the process of filling, so Maria, let's go take a closer look at what's happening. Very good, excellent. So gentlemen, as I mentioned before, now we'll be filling manually since we had to stop the feed augers and turn them off because that's just how it is sometimes in these situations. Why isn't it recording? The memory is full, but there's a different card in there, which is a bit confusing. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Let's do it the other way around just to see if that works better. Turn them off because that's just how it is. It's still not recording. It says memory is full, but there's a different card in there. Hold on a second. That's it. Let's get started. The reduction process takes about 1 minute, which means it is relatively quick but still requires careful attention. Alright, the manual opening is now starting, and this step is performed with precision to ensure everything proceeds smoothly. Though actually at the very beginning the materials were mixed together, starting from the hopper, which is the point where all the ingredients are first loaded and combined before moving on to the next stage. Fill it, don't get in my way. I'm starting, watching the weight. Buyer is particular about kilograms. Shovel, 2 kilograms, no. 25 shovels, the difference of 2 kilograms. We just determined the weight of a shovel. Let's go. Now let's go see how they pour. Yes, turn off the machine. Let's go watch how they pour. Yes, mushroom, come down. It's actually very convenient and easy to film this process. Now, gentlemen, as you can see, the filling process is happening right now, right in front of us. Alright, and we're going over there to fill it. It's very convenient to fill. Now, gentlemen, the filling process is happening. There you go. We have to use buckets. Well, what can you do? There you go. We'll see later what comes out of this. The reinforcement is good. Right now, further pouring is happening over there. Alright, just give me a moment to think about it, please, if you don't mind. It's fine, it'll set. About a cubic meter goes here. Forming is good, pouring continues. Was the plasticizer enough? Did you add it to the slurry just to be sure? How much do you need for this process? In the architecture mix, you took too much water, which can affect the outcome. In what? In this one right here. And did you reduce the water for the mix, Misha, as we discussed? Yes, we reduced it, just as you suggested. All right, that's good to hear. Well, let's see what the guy comes up with when he tries it. In dry mixes, there was a lot of excess water. But here, plus or minus 10%, the mixture will really change. Well, let's see what happens next. A few wise guys, as always. Yeah, I can do it right here, up close, if you want to watch. I don't know. I can also just wait right here, up close to everything. What will the video be called? Do you know? I don't know. I'll lift it then, I guess. Another batch was already on the way. Guys, I think we're mixing 2 full cubic meters. Well, we don't need it to be strictly industrial, but it's already cold for us, so we really need to hurry up. See, it's quiet now. Still a bit stiff, right, Seryoga? Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. Price here in percentage. A lot? Per ton? How much? 500. Ah, okay. And this, listen, you add fiber, right? Still can't see it yet. And how much do they value it here in percentage? A lot. Per ton. How much? Ah, well, that's easy.
The documents, yes. Work, right? Yes. The grasshopper, the one we bought for how much for?
The shuttle? It was bought for 400,000, but basically nothing worked at first. But it was repaired. Now it's used as a crane for almost everything. How high does it extend? Up to 14 meters. And how much can it lift? This one is 900 kilograms. And according to the documents, 2 people, 240. So you can lift a ton with it, right? It was overhauled. They lifted 2 tons with it. It's very convenient. This is a Tatra axle. It was overhauled. It was in really bad shape. They could have bought a new one, but you can't buy it. They just don't exist. Where did you get the spare parts? From Sergit. We have Vasily here, Film Vasily. This guy is a super professional at assembling anything. He figured out the Tatra, the manuals, everything, absolutely everything. No one...
No one knows if it was Czech or Slovak. They started together, that's good.
It's very interesting and complicated, don't you think?
The bridge ahead is the world's most complex, thanks to its tricky and clever engineering.
I wish.
Yes.
We bought one in terrible condition for parts, but then decided to put it back together after all. Here's the cab from it, take a look. It even had climate control. Take it off. That's how I got hooked. I think that we will most likely finish assembling the Tatra in the springtime. Finish it? Well, I certainly hope so. We bought one in such absolutely terrible, almost unbelievable condition just for parts, but then we decided to put it all back together again. I say, here's the cab from it. Take a look at this. It even had climate control, believe it or not. Or rather, it will have it once we are done. That's how it was, in really bad shape. Look, take a shot of this. That's how the axle got so badly messed up. I honestly don't know what they did to it. It ate something, somehow. Take it off there, please. We need to get ready for the upcoming battle. And now it will be ready. Something with apples, mashed into puree. Here, gentlemen, take a look at how it's done. Here, the formwork is closed from above, just like this. Everything vibrates, the concrete compacts, and the top part will also be smooth. There's absolutely no need for any post-processing at all. Now, at this stage, they'll attach additional formwork, and then they'll continue pouring and vibrating the concrete mixture. We're kind of experimenting. It's actually our very first time doing this process. We're trying it out to see how it works. This formwork can withstand 3 to 4 pours, which is more than enough for us, but if it can handle even more, that's great. We'll definitely keep going. It should make for a really cool and interesting shot in the end. By the way, this is Anatoly. He actually came up with this kind of canopy. We need to make ours like this, and this one too. out he's an architect, designer, and so on, all in one. So yes, there's reinforcement at the bottom because the hydrostatic pressure turns out to be quite significant. You need two of these, right? Yes, but
Then we won't need them anymore.
just throw them out, disassemble, and put them away.
Yeah, gentlemen, for now.
As a special bonus, I'll go ahead and show you something quite rare. Mikhail, let's head over to your rarity for now, shall we? And it actually works, which is quite impressive to see in person. We'll show you sometime exactly how it cuts gears, so you can watch the process as it happens. I filmed the demonstration, making sure to capture each important step, so you'll be able to observe how the machine operates and how the gears are carefully shaped during the cutting process.
There was a video, but it was not this one that we are talking about. Did you film it, or was it someone else who recorded the footage when we were just trying to figure that out?
Shoot another video cut again.
I don't think we
Germany, original motor, it works. Look, the motor is with it. Look, the motor. No, that's a counter, but this is interesting too. Not a counter, these are fuses. And the motor is behind this panel. The one with the ears. Oh, bless you, dear. Misha, is it very worn out? No. A while longer?
And it's all carefully hand scraped, and the scraping is still ongoing.
Visible.
To this day on the main lab surface, you can actually see it.
On the scraping where?
Did you get it, by the way?
At the old abandoned scrapyard.
No way. I mean, a friend brought it, said.
I actually bought it for just some money, honestly. The
lubrication system here is like this, down here too, down here too.
That's how it is, but it'll still last, I think. Our grandkids will be able to work on it. If you want, nothing really new has been invented. Nazi, that's how it is, but it'll still last. I think our grandkids will be able to work on it if they want. Nothing really new has been invented. Well, they have invented things, but this will still work. Yeah, for about 3 days.
They'll be able to stand for a long time, about 3 days. Remove the top parts and check. If all's fine, yes. Who's that guy? Under the ties, Mikhail, and how soon
can we do it? I said in 3 days it'll be ready on top. Sorry I wasn't here. The side part will take apart in about a week. Next week we can pour it. We're just planning the second one. We found our mistakes. We didn't tighten it enough and need to reinforce it. Why? Because
there might be some issues with the Why? Well, these are feathers. This is the treasure. We're cast around.
we opened it up to check the geometry. If it's uneven, we'll reinforce the fasteners, but we do that anyway. This is our first test pour, and we just followed our instincts since there were no instructions. Using a wood router makes cutting much easier than doing it by hand. There's still a lot left to pour. Are these done? What about this one? Is there more to pour? Remove this. When concrete bubbles, they use a vibrator to clear it. Attaching it is satisfying. Did you do it there too? Yes. Go 3 days in the warehouse. We'll wait 3 days in the warehouse where the temperature is suitable, then remove the old one. With the plasticizer, the concrete sets in about 2 days, and you can start smoothing it the next day, just like we did outside. Well, let's see about the putty. Maybe we'll wait until the 5th. Well, 10 to 15. That's not 12 degrees though. And how much stronger does it get with the plasticizer compared to the gas one? There's no difference in strength. The plasticizer just lets you use less water. Less water means stronger concrete. That's basically the main point. And does it increase its stickiness? Yes. Basically, it affects wettability. And hyperplasticizers work on a whole different level. You see, it's not very runny. It's kind of a Newtonian fluid. Will Mikhail be sharing the recipe? Well, sure, of course. If anyone's interested, just say so. The recipe will come a bit later. We'll do a set of simple, straightforward tests with the lab mixer. We'll share the B60. And when will that be exactly? Is everything ready there in the lab? In the first batch, we wanted to get B60, but no one sold it to us. No one sold it to us despite our efforts. We wanted to introduce fiber into civilization to help advance progress and innovation. No B60? They don't sell it? Yeah, that's right. Well, we called Mysoft, but no one... You can buy B60 in Moscow. Well, sure, but how much will it cost you? 500,000. But they don't sell it, they don't mix it. They work with the metro construction. I know 2 factories that mix for the metro, and they don't sell it. And how do they like changing the recipe at the factory? Is it such a big deal? No, it's complicated. Oh, and by the way, our concrete is made with screenings. Yes, with granite. Ours has fine aggregate. Yes, for the sake. It has a kind of specific smell, not like cement. Is it the plasticizer that stinks like that? No, it's probably the dust. There's a lot of it. Oh, well, it does have a specific smell, not like regular concrete. Maria, come here, I'll show you. So, gentlemen, since we've decided to get serious about concrete, we've decided that for trial batches, you need to mix small volumes. But gravity mixers, so-called concrete mixers, are absolutely not suitable. We've decided to get a Soviet double screw mixer for sausage, but we're going to change its screws. We made these kinds of screws for it, well, for the mixer, and there's going to be a second one over there. There, Mikhail just installed the second one. Is that from an acetylene tank? No, the acetylene tank is inserted inside to reduce the diameter. It's inserted inside. Ah, where is it inserted inside? Wait. Oh, I get it. To reduce the diameter. Ah, that's simple enough. And this will cut with a laser. We'll do a weld overlay. Are you sure it'll work? What are you using? A torch to solder it? No, it's done automatically. How do I? It's going to vibrate now, let's say. So, folks, here's the engine, and the drive was already fully prepared. Well, the reduction is about one... Maria, could you show the gearbox over there, please? It's a Step A gearbox with a helical gear mechanism. In short, it's definitely going to be an absolutely incredible and exciting test mixer. How much does it hold? In terms of weight, we are talking about kilograms. And when it comes to volume, it is about 30 liters, right? That's quite a bit. Do you think it will be able to mix that much at once? It should be able to handle mixing that amount. This means it will mix these recipes for us very well, making sure everything is blended thoroughly. We'll mix everything up together, ensuring the mixture is even, and then we'll send it to the lab for further analysis. Dmitry, could you let me know when we're planning to film the KB? Will it be once everything is finished, or is there another time you think would be best? No, I believe we'll need to film from above, so we can clearly show how the KB works to everyone. Dmitry, when exactly are we going to film the KB? Will it be right after we finish, or do we need to wait for something else? Should we go there ourselves, or are you already by the machines now? Or maybe it would be better to wait until we have set up all the machines before we start filming? Yes, I think people will be interested in seeing how it all works. Versatile fiber. Now, let us film the fiber as well and show exactly how the fiber works in this process. The fiber. We will pause for now. And we still have a lot of rebar left, which I did not account for earlier. It is 720 liters without the rebar. So first, pour it in, then top it up as needed. They will finish in about. And what is all this commotion? That is the fastener hardware for this machine. These are bolts that go into the step slots. Each bolt goes into the step slot and is then screwed to the metal. I only have 4 of them. If they clamp it too tight, there are all sorts of clamps lying around. If he paints it before that, yes, the paint goes on well. It holds up fine. Even the floor. I paint the whole floor because you can wash it, but try washing this concrete, it's exhausting. Yeah, it's fine, Tyler, it can get painted. Maria, they've eaten everything here. There's nothing left at all, not even a crumb or a scrap remains. This is the exact moment they took it, the point in time when everything disappeared before our eyes. We should go now, Maria. This is it. The time for us to leave, because there's truly nothing left for us here anymore. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lower part of the structure to which it is bolted. It has two parts tightened with studs. What kind of studs? M42. Show the stud. Did you bring it? He'll be here soon. Maria, you don't need to go. You've already been everywhere. Yes, it's like this. The stud, 300 KGSA. Where did you get it? Bought it? Cut the threads yourself? Yes, the nut, bought with the siphon. Oops. 300 KGSA for gears. Preheat, don't temper. And 300 is a number that comes after 299 and before 301. It is written as the digit 3 followed by 2 zeros, or as 300. When spoken, it is pronounced as 300. This number is used to count objects such as 300 books or 300 people. In Roman numerals, it is written as CCC. The number 300 appears in daily life, such as in sports, history, or when measuring quantities. It is important in mathematics and represents a total of 300 items, units, or events. You have to be careful with these, right? Well, at least the ones that are commonly used for things like gas and water pipes, you know, those specific types.
92S. Well, yeah, well, that's not bad. And it's a bit better than ST3, but it handles temperature well, it holds up well, and I think what TikTok's out.
What exactly are the voids made of, you might wonder? From the fact that there are 3 drops of milk present. Now that it's loosened up, it'll eventually get filled with something. Just a little bit of milk, then it's warm. How does it fill up? Does it fill up a lot? Well, that's the kind of structure you'll get in the end. Maybe steam it for a bit, no need for that. Like this. We mix in this kind of fiber. It's coated with brass. It looks like the bristles have been cut off from wire brushes. How much does it cost, Nikolai? Do you remember? 135. It should be easier to add everything. The cut, you won't add it, I'll wait. But in a gravity or concrete mixer, don't try to mix it in, you won't manage. Maybe mix it for an hour, but that's not what I mean. There's also this fiber, but where is this one used? I'm not sure. With cam height, everything's clear.
In this one, it mixes evenly. Also, basalt fiber.
Not this one, it looks different. There's also this fiber. Where did you use this one? In the walls, right? In the experimental ones. Yes, so this kind of fiber was used in the experimental walls. It's chopped wire. They tell me the smaller the better, but I think it holds up too. It's strong, it's stronger, but this one is better at preventing cracks. Now, once we set up the test mixer, we'll experiment with all of these. We'll
test everything. We'll check all the super plasticizers, hyperplasticizers, the ones made here in Russia.
How good are they, really? Let's try a few more examples to find out. I bought some carbon fiber scraps. Well, to be more precise, carbon fiber, yes, that's also possible. I'm genuinely curious about just how light you can make structures with this material and so on. I can't say exactly, but it's about, a kilo per cubic meter, give or take. Let's try chopping it up, but how do we actually chop it? I thought of a guillotine. Sorry, I mean scissors. So I found some at 1,100 kilograms per cubic meter. Not as expensive, not as pricey per kilo, so it's basically a bargain. Well, let's give it a try. I put it in, and so, gentlemen, what do we have? After a week, we took it out of the mold, and here we have this little thing, this small object. Sorry, Maria, the camera operator, was completely overwhelmed by the strong and rather intense smell. There's welding going on here, so now I'm filming myself instead. Well, it's fine, I guess. The stabilizer, by the way, is barely working at all, so please take a look at the surface quality. And stabilizer, what's wrong with you again? Seriously, what's with you? Are you going crazy? Oh, for God's sake. What is it now? Nothing yet. How was that again? So, gentlemen, a week has passed. We removed the formwork. Just now, we took off the formwork. The surface turned out to be of good quality, but there were some minor flaws, though nothing significant. So, let's take a look at the surface quality. Here it is, smooth, even shiny. It hasn't reached its full strength yet. It needs about 3 more weeks to fully cure, but we were already able to take it out of the formwork. Here, you can clearly see the foam filler right over here, so we could actually remove the triangles. We'll sand it down a bit and do some finishing work later. This is B60 concrete placed on granite screenings with steel fiber reinforcement. There's rebar inside. You saw what was in there. That's the kind of cantilever it is. It weighs a little over a ton thanks to these voids. Later you'll see where we used it. So we also have a second part. Right now it's hard for me to do it one-handed with the stabilizer. By the way, it seems like the stabilizer is more or less fixed now. Here's the second part. This is the bottom one, the one we poured. Here it is. We need to use less plasticizer. Just like that. Just like that. Well, the surface here is a bit rougher, but overall the geometry is fine. We'll touch it up, finish it off. It'll turn out pretty good. So that's the plan. Here. It didn't turn out so well, but we'll fix it up. This is the bottom part. There are embedded parts here, a couple of huge studs. All of this will be tightened together. Basically, it'll sit for about 3 weeks. Then we'll process it, clean it up, and put it to use. Well, the first try isn't exactly a disaster. There are some flaws, as I said, but overall I liked it. We need to pour another one of these things. There, we'll try a slightly different recipe, adding a special mineral powder. Then Mikhail will explain. Here are the holes for the studs. Here. And here. This is quite a construction. I like it.
There you go. All right.
Well, folks, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. All the best. See you next time.